to block. Bro, you keep talking about he chose you. I'm talking about my mom. I'm not talking about the guy. I don't care who he chose. I'm not worried about who he chose. I never cared if he wanted my mom or chose my mom after me in the sense of that. I never gave two flying fucks. At the end of the day, I don't need the death threats sent to my brother. That's wrong.
Okay, family, before we even dive into this mess, I need y'all to brace yourselves because what I'm about to show you is beyond wild.
It's the principle that that's my mother and you would still communicate with that was still trying to talk to your child in the first place. Because if I was a child, if I was a parent and that was my child, that would have been cut the off the first time he talked to my child. There wouldn't be no questions about it, point blank period.
So I came across this story on social media, and honey, when I tell you my jaw was on the floor, I had to watch these videos multiple times because I couldn't believe what this young lady was going through with her own mother. Now we got a situation here involving a daughter, her mama, and a man that was supposed to be the daughter's boyfriend. But this story took some turns that had me questioning everything I thought I knew about family loyalty.
Apparently, since the video has gone viral, I have gotten threat messages from my own family members because they want me to take that video down and clear my mother's name.
Let me start from the beginning because this girl broke it all the way down, and honestly, her pain is so real you can feel it through the screen. But first, let me show y'all where we ended up because this clip right here shows you exactly what kind of mama we dealing with.
You see here
He didn't want you.
Like, that's crazy.
He said, I don't want you. He said in your face.
Yeah, but you're my mom at the end of the day. Like, you were supposed to choose your child. You still chose the...
I'm choose who I choose.
That's crazy.
I'm going to take care of who I take care of. I'm going to choose who I choose. And the chose me, I'm going to choose it. And when I choose not to be with that, I choose not to be with that. I'm not going to put that over my kid.
That's basically what you just did. You literally basically did that. You basically did that over a guy. Our whole relationship failed because of one person. Like, all I asked you was to block the person. I asked you to block. Mom, well, you could have just...
want you. He said in his face, I don't want you. How stupid can you be? He said,
but as my mom, like, you could at least block and say, you know what, you were talking to my child. I would not talk to you. Like, what?
I would talk to whoever I want to talk to and how I want to talk to. Disrespected you.
And you kind of disrespect me too because you're my mom. Like, you were supposed to be on my side, but you stood on that man's side. Like, what? You called him up. You called him up and told him to choose you. Like, what?
Stupid. You stupid. Said in your face, I don't want you. Said it right in front of everybody. I don't want you.
Yeah, you called him up too.
He
like,
said I don't
and
want
then you
you.
stayed on the phone.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, you called him. I said, yeah, I can do what I want to do. And you picked up the phone and called him. And Brandon and them said, don't do it. And you did. And you did it. And when you picked up that phone, I told him exactly what I said. You was a stupid one for doing that. Even Brandon said, don't do that. Brandon told you not to do it. You did it. Over a... And for a... to make you change like that.
I didn't even change. My mom made me change. What do you mean? You literally chose a guy over me. I asked you to block.
Now see, that right there tells you everything you need to know about what we're dealing with. This young woman is begging her own mother to just block some man. And mama really said, I'ma choose who I choose. But let me back up and tell y'all how we got here because this story starts off innocent enough and then goes completely left. This young lady was working with this dude. They were talking, getting to know each other. Normal dating stuff, right? Her mama knew about the relationship because she would hear her daughter on the phone with him. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The daughter said the guy was making little comments about her mother, and she even asked him straight up if he liked her mom. He said no. If he liked her mom, he would go for her mom instead. Red flag number one, but she didn't catch it at the time. Then this man comes up with this story about wanting to hook his daddy up with her mama. Y'all, I've heard some lines before, but this one was creative, I'll give him that. He asks to talk to mama to supposedly discuss setting her up with his father. Now let me play y'all what the daughter said happened during that first conversation.
He asked to speak with my mom to talk about his dad and me. Asked him, the motherly questions like you're supposed to ask, like, are you in school? Like, do you got a job? Have you ever been to jail? All types of stuff, y'all. It's supposed to ask, right? Well, that escalated real fast while I was in the room. She switched the conversation over to basically herself and sexual, asking more in deep questions that I don't think that should have been even asked. So as I'm listening to this and stuff like that, okay, I'm a little iffy about it, but I'm like, okay, well, my mom's letting me hear it, so I'm thinking we on the same team, same page, whatever. So then after the conversation was done, it was hours. Like I the max I say was 2 hours that they were talking and I was in the room for. He was done speaking to my mom and he was like, I really like your mom's energy. Yeah, I definitely want to put your mom on with my dad and stuff like that.
Conversation that started about supposedly setting mama up with his daddy, but mama turned it sexual and the daughter was sitting right there listening to this whole thing. Baby girl, that should have been your sign to shut it down right then and there. When your mama starts flirting with your man while you're in the room, that's not mother-daughter bonding time, that's a problem. But it gets worse, much worse, because then he asks for mama's number, and despite feeling iffy about it, this young lady gives it to him. Now I'm not victim blaming because she was being manipulated by both of them, but honey, when your gut is telling you something ain't right, listen to it. So now we got mama with this man's number, and y'all, things start moving fast. The daughter explains what happened next, and this is where you really start to see how calculated this whole thing was.
Like I said, I was in the car driving to school, blah, blah, blah. My mom was communicating me back and forth, letting me know what he's saying and stuff like that. She calls my phone up and she was like, Kawhi. I don't know if this was entertaining to her a little bit, but yeah. She calls my phone like, Kawhi, this is what he's saying to me. He's saying this, he's saying that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the heck? Okay. So then I say, you know what? I'm blocking him. I had blocked him. My mom's like, nah, don't block him because he's going to call your phone. And if you block him, now he's going to know that me and you was talking and basically was trying to set it up, like knowing what type of plan he was on. I'm like, okay, so I unblocked him. He called my phone. He was like, why you ain't answer? Blah, blah, blah. I was calling your phone. The reason why I answered is because he was blocked. So I was so heated. I was like, you know what? I said, do you like my mom or something? I said, I already know you like my mom or something like that. He was like, you're not even letting me talk. You're not even letting me talk. Let me explain. You're not even letting me talk. You let me explain. Blah, blah, blah. I said, you know what? Yeah, I like your mom. He hung up on me.
Pause right there. Did y'all catch what just happened? Mama told her daughter not to block this man because he's gonna know that me and you was talking. Ma'am, why would that matter unless y'all was scheming together? That right there was the moment Mama showed her true colors, but this poor girl was still trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. And then when the daughter finally confronted him directly and asked if he liked her mom, this fool had the audacity to say, yeah, I like your mom, and hang up. Not even man enough to have a real conversation about it. Just dropped that bomb and dipped. But here's where it gets really twisted, because instead of Mama comforting her daughter who just got her heart broken, guess what she does? She puts them on a three-way call. Not one time, not 2 times, but 4 times according to the daughter.
So then my mom was like, hold on. She calls me up and told me more stuff that he was saying. Then she puts us on 3-way. We was on 3-way multiple times. I think we was on 3-way about 4 times, y'all. So she puts us on 3-way. As we're on 3-way, me personally, I didn't want to hear nothing he had to say. I'm going off getting mad as hell at him. So I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. He was like, you're not even letting me talk. My mom was like, Kawhi, come on, calm down. Let him speak. My brother heard it. And I'm looking like, I'm confused on why you even want me to let him speak after what he just said. There's nothing you could really say to me type shit. Like,
now what kind of mother puts her daughter through that torture? Your child just found out the person she was dating prefers you, and instead of shutting it down, you're facilitating conversations between them. You're telling your hurt daughter to calm down and let him speak. This is psychological warfare, y'all. This mama was enjoying every minute of watching her daughter suffer while she got the male attention. That's not motherly behavior, that's competition behavior. That's treating your own child like a rival instead of protecting her. Now, the daughter is starting to realize something ain't right, so she calls her uncle to get some perspective. And apparently this dude has the same name as her uncle, and her uncle had already warned her about men with that name. Sometimes the signs are right there, but when you're in the situation, it's hard to see clearly. So after going through all this emotional turmoil, the daughter finally asks her mama to do one simple thing: block this man. Just block him and choose your daughter's peace of mind over some random dude who just played y'all both.
And after everything was done, said and done, I called my mom up and I was like, all right, after this is done, I said, "Kid, you block him." My mom was like, "Why?" I was like, "When you ask me to block somebody, I always do it." Like, and then she was like, "Yeah, you're right." She thought about it, said, "Yeah, you're right." She sent me a screenshot of her blocking him. My body and soul, I could not believe it. I felt in my body, heart, and soul that she sent me a block screen and went back and unblocked him.
Y'all, this girl's intuition was screaming at her. And sure enough, when the daughter called the man to tell him to leave her mama alone, he had no idea what she was talking about, which meant mama definitely unblocked him and was still entertaining his calls. But wait, it gets worse. Because then mama calls the daughter back with some words that I guarantee will haunt this young lady for the rest of her life.
So he calls my mom up, tells my mom everything that I was saying. Like, she don't want you, blah, blah, blah. My mom calls my phone up. And she was like, she was like, "Oh, why did you tell him that you was in the room? Blah, blah, blah." Right then and there, I already knew. But before she even did that, she had called me. She was like, "Hawaii, I would never do you like that. You're my daughter, this and that." That escalated real fast because I had to get my uncle involved and was like, "This is what she's doing. I asked her to block him. She's not even doing it." My uncle called her. She called my phone talking about, "You're my daughter. I would never put a man before you." So back to that, she calls my phone. She was like, "Why did you tell him that you were in the room? Why did you tell him?" I was like, I thought he was supposed to be blocked. I was like, "Well, he wanted me. He wants me now. He wants me. He don't want you." And I'm more hurt, like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "What?" Like, he told me everything he told me, he's telling you the same thing. Why didn't you just block him? She was like, "Well, I'm grown. He wanted me, not you. I'm sorry, and he don't want you." That's all she kept saying.
Those are words that should never come out of a mother's mouth to her child, ever, under any circumstances. Now, y'all, if you thought that was the end of this disaster, you thought wrong. Because after mama chose this random man over her own child, the family decided that the daughter was the problem, not mama for betraying her child, not the man for playing games, the daughter for having feelings about it. And this is where this story goes from heartbreaking to absolutely infuriating, because now the whole family is turning on this young woman for daring to speak up about what happened to her. But before we get to that, I need to show y'all something else that happened. Because while all this drama with mama and the boyfriend was going on, the daughter got into it with her brother over something as simple as making a burger. And y'all, this argument escalated to the point where this young woman ended up with a black eye.
So basically, I did a double yesterday, and I came home. My brother said that he made everybody burgers, and mine was in the microwave. I had asked my sister because she make mine while I'm in the shower. She couldn't because she was already tired because she had came home from school, whatever, and she got home late. So then my brother was like, "Oh, I'm finna make me another burger." I was like, "Oh, since you about to make another burger, can you make mine, please? Because I'm about to take a shower." And he was like, "No, everybody made their burgers already. All I had to do was fix it and everybody else can make their own burger." I was like, "I always do stuff for you. Like, I literally brought you pizza yesterday and I didn't want to give my pizza away." My brother came to my door like 6 times when I had a box of pizza and I didn't eat all day. 6 times. And I still wound up giving him the pizza even after I told him no. Every time I got food or anything, I still give it to him or save him something every time. And all I asked him was, could he like just make my burger? All you do is put lettuce on there. And I was going to take a shower. So he was like, "No, everybody make." I was like, after all I do for you, I literally gave you food, this and that. And like, all I'm asking you to do this. And we got into a heated argument. Both of us was yelling back and forth. I was cussing. He was cussing and stuff like that. And then I go into the bathroom because I was about to take a shower because I just got off of work, as I proudly said. I had just got off of work. And I was like, "Could you make it?" He was like, "No, I'm not making it, blah, blah, blah." So then as I was in the room, I heard him say, "You know what? Yeah, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it, but I'm done." And then once I heard that, I'm like, he's saying he's done, but after all the times I do for you, that I don't even do that to you at all, like changing up for me. And both of us was about to get kicked out. I would have to find a way to stack up money to help him come live with me and all types of shit, because my mom, me and my brother is apparently like the black sheep in the house. And it's more sad to me because me and his relationship was like this, and for him to like do this to my face, yeah. So as I was stating, we both were yelling, bickering back and forth and stuff like that. Because the video keeps cutting it off, y'all. I might not have no space on my phone. We're both yelling back and forth, blah, blah, blah. He was like, I'm done after I've done this. And once I heard that, I flipped because I'm in the bathroom flip. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to make nothing for you. I said, I'm done with you. You don't got to make my shit no more, blah, blah, blah. I don't even want you to make my shit because after you saying all this, at this point, don't even make my stuff no more. Like, you good for it. He heard me saying all of this. He's talking about, oh, you just doing this in front of a guy on the phone. Bro, I was already asking you, and we both was already yelling, so it had nothing to do with nobody on the phone. I always have other people on the phone so that they can see how I get treated in the house. So then, and plus I walked home. That's why the person also was on the phone, because every time I get off of work, I walk home. I walk 20-30 minutes home because I don't have a car yet, whatever. So I hear him in the kitchen was like, you know what? You can make your own and I'm eating yours. And I was like, don't touch mine. I literally just said that I will make it myself. I'm like, I will make it myself, blah, blah. You're good. So I get out the room because now he's talking about, yeah, I got your burger. Yeah, I got your burger. I'm like, look, don't touch my stuff. I said I will make it myself, blah, blah, blah. And he's still getting mad. My little brother was like, that is kind of petty because I literally did say I'll make it myself. So I go out into the front room. He was like, oh yeah, that's why he's fixing my burger up to eat it. And I'm like, nah, do not do that. So I try to grab the first plate. I grabbed the first one. I was like, that's my burger. Why are you trying to make it? Blah, 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 y'all. And stuff like that. So I tried to grab the first burger. I grabbed the first burger. Then he was like, I got the second one. Try to grab the second one. I had knocked the buns out his hand. But I tried to grab the burger. He had pushed me on the ground. And I think he had blacked out. And he was like, nah, F this. And he had hit me in the eye.
This poor girl is getting it from all sides. Mama stealing her man, brother hitting her in the face, and nobody in this family treating her with basic human decency. But here's the kicker. When this young lady finally decides to tell her story and post that conversation with her mama, suddenly she's the villain.
I will do a separate video later, but I'm packing because she wants me out because she's seen the video. And because the video has been going viral and my aunties and uncles seen the video, they're mad at me because they saying that I'm disrespectful for posting the video and stuff like that. Like, yeah, they're mad at me about the video because basically it's making her look bad, blah, blah, blah. And she wants me out and she wants no contact with me. So I will let do your whole story time probably later this week while I figure out everything. And y'all notice I never tagged my mother at all. I never bashed her in the comments. I literally said that I was wrong as well. And some of the stuff I said, and I apologize, blah, blah, blah. But still, our argument was never about the guy. It was supposed to be about my eyes. She brung up the man. So yeah, we left that in 2024. She brung it up. Y'all, thank you guys so much for all the comments and stuff like that. My god sister came and got me. Apparently, since the video has gone viral, I have gotten threat messages from my own family members because they want me to take that video down and clear my mother's name. I didn't bash my mom. I didn't do none of that. I literally just recorded what she said to me. And now they're mad about the whole situation. Talk about you need to take the video down. If I take the video down, it already looks stupid because more than one person have seen this video. So I'm not taking the video down, y'all. I'm sorry.
This family really got this girl messed up. They're mad at her for posting the truth. They're sending her death threats for exposing how her own mama betrayed her. That tells you everything you need to know about these people. They'd rather protect their image than protect this young woman who's been hurt by everybody who's supposed to love her.
Y'all, it's deeper than what you guys really think. I understand my mom did go through a lot. Y'all, 11 years ago, my dad did commit blah, you already know. And then before he did that, he did pow my mom 9 times. I understand maybe she's still going through that. She literally said, I remind her of my father, blah, blah, blah. Me and my brother are the black sheeps in the house. Yes, we are. At the end of the day, it's really sad. Even though she did all that and I was still talking to the guy afterwards, we were still talking. I had cut him completely off and stuff like that. My mom continues to bring up this guy's name every argument we get. Every argument we get, she'll say, oh, he want to mess on your mom. He want to F on your mom. He wanted this and that and that. It's like she really trying to one up on me, but we don't never have to be talking about this situation. The main reason, I understand, I still love my mom to this, down bad, even though she did me dirty. This is not the first time she done did me dirty, but this is the actual, the worst The worst of the worst. I done got cops called on me, got kicked out. Yes, because sometimes I do be like drinking because my emotions, like I can't express myself to my mother because she only cares about, like, it's never like you can express yourself. Like, if it's not sitting right with her, it's not gonna sit right with her, period. Say how you feel all day, all night. If it doesn't sit right with her, it's not gonna sit right with her. At the end of the day, I still love my mom, even after all the bull crap, after all the stuff, after all the sending the cops on me, after kicking me out, putting me on the streets multiple times. I still love my mom down bad. Because the only thing I really wanted was a relationship with my mother, because I do not have my father at all. My father committed, after he shot my mom, 9 times.
They eventually did kick her out and made her start a GoFundMe just to survive, all because she told the truth about how they treated her.
I know the videos are surfacing everywhere and stuff like that, but even though my mom did what she did, I don't wish no bad on her, nothing of that at all. I wouldn't want nothing bad to happen to my mom, even though she said what she said. It is what it is at this point. I mean, I just gotta find my own peace, stay out the way, and keep it going. Other than that, I wish no harm on my mom, nothing on my mom, because I still love my mom at the end of the day. Like I said, I always wanted a relationship with my mom, but I just could never get it. Maybe because after my dad did what he did, I don't know. But still, y'all.
Listen, I don't know about y'all, but this story has me heated and heartbroken at the same time. This young woman has been through hell and back, and she's still showing more maturity and grace than the grown adults who were supposed to protect her. A mother competing with her own daughter over a man, a brother giving his sister a black eye over food, a whole family sending death threats because the truth made them look bad. This is beyond dysfunction. This is straight up abuse. And the saddest part is that all this girl wanted was her mama's love and loyalty. Something that should be automatic, something that should never even be questioned. But instead, she got betrayal and abandonment. Now, I want to hear from y'all in the comments. What do you think about this situation? Do you think the daughter was wrong for posting those videos and exposing what really happened? Or do you think she had every right to tell her story after being treated like that by her own family? And what about the mama? Can you understand her side at all? Or is there no excuse for choosing a random man over your own child? Because personally, I cannot wrap my head around how a mother could look her daughter in the eye and say he wanted me, not you, and think that's acceptable. Also, what do y'all think about that brother situation? Because hitting your sister over food and giving her a black eye? That's not sibling rivalry, that's assault. And the fact that mama didn't even check on her daughter's injury but instead brought up the man drama again shows you where her priorities were. Drop your thoughts in the comments and keep it respectful. This is a real person going through real pain, and I hope she finds the peace and love she deserves, even if it has to come from chosen family instead of blood family. Sometimes the family you create is better than the family you were born into, and I hope this young woman finds her tribe of people who will value and protect her the way she should have been valued and protected from day one. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments below.